Miami mercenaries, really that's the double M. Born baller, baby boy, I be above the rim.
What's good, family? It's your boy Just Blaze, host of the best NBA pod in the game, Above the Rim. Keep it locked each week and join myself and a special guest as we tackle the latest rumblings in the league. If it's happening in the NBA, you know I got you covered. Make sure you subscribe on all platforms and leave that 5-star review. Let's get it.
Ain't nothing can stop me from eating meat.
And now 15 an NBA high.
Hello, Chuck. Nope.
15 wins for the Thunder when they trail going to the
If I walked in a room and Kim Kardashian was there and Halle Berry and a bucket of chicken, I'm going right for that chicken. Ain't no way. Ain't no thing. Nope.
That's a good one right
there. Never gonna stop eating chicken. Nope.
No plant-based anything.
No plant-based anything.
If they wrapped in broccoli,
nope.
Bye-bye.
No. Hey, if I walk in and Kim and Halle wrapped in cauliflower and broccolini, and there's a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken over there. Can't get to the captain can't get to the colonel fast enough.
Extra crunchy.
Oh yeah.
Talk about it.
You are now tuned in to Above the Rim.
Family, welcome back to another edition of Above the Rim. Brought to you as always, it's your host, your boy, Justin, aka Just Blaze. Family, you know the drill. To get in contact with me, you can always hit me up and follow me on Twitter at JustBlaze_513. On IG, it's JustBlaze513. On Facebook, search Above the Rim Podcast. Also, email the show as well. Above the Rim NBA Podcast at gmail.com. Tap in and leave the family a voicemail as well. 908-718-1592. Send me that feedback, that hate mail, wild NBA takes, all of that. Family, we got the mellow bodyguard in the building, a.k.a. Mr. 3 to the head. Remo in the building. What's good, my brother?
Yo, what up, man?
It's been a minute, fam. How you living?
I'm great, man. I tell you, mic me up, coach. Put me in the game. I'm ready.
You had a little bit of an NBA hiatus.
Yeah, I took a little sabbatical. But I'm back. I'm ready.
I mean, the NBA season came back pretty quick, man.
Listen, man. But I'm back.
Time to rest.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Speaking of Adamo, where you at, play? We're missing the trifecta, man. Adamo, where you at, man?
He getting that Christmas money.
Getting that Christmas money. Damo is on those zombie ships, man. He's bringing in those M's, man. You're bringing in those M's. Reem, any Black Friday sales? Anything you want to tell the family about Rich Threads? Anything like that? Or?
Oh, yeah. Before we even begin this, but Black Friday starting at midnight through Cyber Monday, we're going 40% off. 40% off online. Online only, www.richthreads.com, RICHETHREADS. 40% off. You put in the promo code Black Friday and it's lit.
Talk about it. That's what I'm talking about. 40% off. Go cop that, family.
Shop black.
Shop black. Shop black. Also, shop in black. Above the Rim merch is on sale as well. Family, make sure you're going out and go copping that. I appreciate y'all, all the orders that have been done. Appreciate the family. Keep sending me those photos also. Shout out to y'all. Love and appreciate all of the purchases as well. We got all flavors, all colors, all sizes, all flavors. We even got dog hoodies there now. There's some dad hats there now. Make sure, fellas, go check that out. And let me know, man. So let's get this episode cracking. So I feel like we are right now, Remo. I feel like we're going into the most competitive NBA season, maybe of all time. Starting to feel like. I've been doing some thinking because everybody's hungry. I feel like this year. Usually, this year, sometimes you can usually pinpoint a few teams that's like really tanking or really doesn't give a shit or just trying to get a check. But this year, those teams are kind of like few and far between. Looking at those kind of teams, so
fringe NBA teams.
Fringe, there's about 2 or 3 where you could really say they really don't care, like they're trying to tank, deliberately. And even still, they're still trying to get those buckets. They got some boys on those teams, so I definitely feel like this is going to be one of the most competitive seasons. This upcoming season, and it's definitely coming up very shortly. Next month is really less than a month away. How you felt about the early restart? You was good with it?
I think it was a quick turnaround time for, you know, like a LeBron, you know, age veterans that is really like carrying the NBA. But in order to get the bag, you got to give up a little bit of, you know, something, because, you know, they said it was going to affect the free agent market as well as the money being brought in. So you got to kind of bring it to some kind of normalcy. So
yeah, they definitely would have. They would have had to leave a lot of money on the table if they were going to come back in January. I think it was MLK Day. They were trying to come back.
Yeah, but they got to get these guys back in the gym, because these guys are getting hurt playing by themselves. So
exactly. So and if they're not in the NBA playing in the facility, they're gonna be playing pickup ball anyway. Yeah, trying
to get in shape, because the season is shortened. So you know you got to hit the road running.
Exactly. So like we said, the off season is starting now. They lifted the trade moratorium a little bit early. We had the draft. Just had free agency. It started now. We're still in free agency, but there definitely was a lot of dominoes to fall, especially in the first weekend of the off season. And we got to start off with them Lakers here, man, because to me they made the biggest splash of the off season. Was there some collusion going on in Florida in the bubble? Maybe.
Did they though? We gonna talk about it.
I damn sure think there was a little bit of collusion going over there. That's why I'm calling this episode LeStrategy.
I mean, did they make a splash though?
I think they made a splash because they made a very unexpected move. And we're going to get into that, because I do how we feel like if they got better, or how much better did they get. Okay. And I'm going to say it definitely is LeStrategy, because I think there was a lot of fraternizing going on with LeBron in the bubble. Rich Paul had the goons out there in the bubble, always on the phones. And yeah, I think they forged a lot of relationships, and they're the champs as well. So, you know, a lot of players just want to get with the winning team as well. So that's always the number one recruiting pitch to any potential free agent. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the Lakers additions, their subtraction. So out, Rondo, Avery Bradley, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, Danny Green. In, Wes Matthews, Marc Gasol, my guy, the German G, Schroeder, and we got Black Beast. So I'm gonna start off, man. So all I can say is, I would say right now, the defending champions, I think they got better from top to bottom, in my opinion. I think this is the most talented team that LeBron has ever had around him, as far as talent goes on paper. And this is gonna be interesting to watch, because I feel like this might be the first season that LeBron is asked to do less in his career. And you got two 20-point scorers coming off the bench. If Schroeder's coming off the bench, or if he's going to start, we know Montrez is most likely going to come off the bench. And with this type of talent around him, and with this type of scoring around him, I don't feel like they need a 35 to 38 minute a night MVP type of Bron in this upcoming regular season with these additions, with Montrez, with Marc Gasol now, that we're going to get into after you get on in Dennis Schroeder. So I like the additions. Talk to me, Reem. Well, actually, the grade I'm going to give them, I'm going to give them an A for me this offseason. I'm going to give the Lakers an A, because I feel like they let go of some pieces that were easily replaceable, and they added pieces, I feel like, that are more impact players, in my opinion. So talk to me, Reem. What do you think about the Lakers offseason?
You know, they did what the Lakers do. Mm-hmm. Big market team, got some big names. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to have to give them a B-.
B-?
Hit me out.
B-? All
right, you add Schroeder. All right, that's decent. Okay. Marc Gasol doesn't really move the needle for me. He's a year older. He's a foot slower.
He is.
You remove JaVale McGee and you remove Howard. 2 rim runners, 2 mobile big men.
True.
Two guys that could go out and get you a block or a dunk above the rim. They're great runners, especially with a LeBron who, you know, he's not a real paceful guy, but when he does, he gets you moving. These guys can run. Marc Gasol's not running.
And they know their roles also.
Yeah, exactly. Marc Gasol's not really running. He shots 20-something% from three-point last year, so that wasn't moving the needle there.
He didn't have a really good bubble, I must say. He was getting exposed. Who they played? The Raptors? I mean, the Celtics in the second round, right?
But for the year, he averaged 8 points.
Yeah. Ibaka played better than him off the bench as his backup.
But that's what I'm saying. So then to add with that, you lost a lot of defense.
Yes.
You lost Bradley. You did lose for whatever Green gave you. Mm-hmm. You lost Rondo, heady guy. Mm-hmm. Then you lose a lot of the others. Mm-hmm. I think Morrissey's coming back.
Morris said he's coming back too.
But yeah, he doesn't matter.
They lost 5 guys. Rondo, Bradley, McGee, Howard, and Green.
Caruso's still there?
Caruso's still there.
Okay, we're not even talking about Kuz. We don't know what he is.
Insert Wes Matthews, keeping Kuz.
He's small though.
Wes Matthews?
He's a strong guy, but he's still small.
He's like 6'4", 6'5".
To play a 2-3 is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so let me ask you this. Is Wes Matthews an upgrade over Danny Green? This time ago.
Yes and no.
I think he is. Well, I agree with you. Actually, yes and no. I think I see where you're going with
Cerebral-wise, yes. But Danny Green can heat up when need be. Defense, they kind of both play in the middle. It's give or take each day for me.
I think I would take Wes Matthews on defense over Danny Green.
Because he's a little bit more... You like a dog, that's why.
Yeah, and that's also not saying much because I've seen Wes Matthews get cooked a lot also. As much as I've seen Danny Green get cooked
because
also.
He's small.
Yeah. Depending on who he's guarding, though.
But he gets most of the tough assignments, but most of the tough assignments in the NBA are lengthy 3-4s, 2s.
And also, I feel like I don't think the Lakers know what he's in for because, remember, he's moving over to the West now. You know all of the guards up in the West. Dogs in the West. At night after night, you're playing a top-notch elite point guard and most likely a second-tier type of shooting guard, if not an elite shooting guard. So he's going to have his hands full.
All right, hold up. Mm-hmm. For the B minus, right?
Mm-hmm. Why so low?
Say Gasol is a shell of himself.
Okay.
Right?
You don't think he's going to do well at all? Like, you feel like it's a downgrade?
I think he's... For what they need from the big, I think it's a downgrade.
You mean for the role?
For the role of that position. He's not going to get a lot of touches. He's not an active player. He doesn't get vertical. He's not athletic. And he's not fast of foot. So with a lot of these young boys going at him, I don't know if he can really handle that, especially in the West. Because he's going from Toronto, where it was kind of like, slow down. He still get the ball in the...
And they ran a set offense over there in Toronto.
And and it's another year with another new player that has to learn the system. So more than likely, Montrez might start at center because AD is allergic to the 5.
Yeah, well, clearly he does not want to play
He didn't even sign because he wants to see.
Yeah.
He wants to see what's going on.
He wanted them to sign 2 centers, not 1, but 2 centers.
Exactly. So we have to see what comes out of that. So remember, Montrez got dogged
in the playoffs by the Joker.
He can't guard a big.
That was barbecue chicken.
I'm just saying. So now, what's left is what I'm saying.
I like what you're saying here, right? Because when I was looking at this roster, I had to actually look at the roster up and down a few times because I loved it in the beginning, and then I was like, I could see a few problems with the roster.
You can see the B minus.
I don't know if I don't know. You might be a little disrespectful with that B minus, but I can see where you're making because
it's passing.
Because if I had to critique this lineup, when I look at this lineup, they definitely lost some athleticism with McGee leaving, with Howard leaving, like you said, the rim runners, the lob threats. But I also think on another token, I feel like with those additions, with Montrez, with Schroeder, and with Gasol, it's more mouths to feed this year.
Stay right there. Who's your backup point guard?
They don't have one. They're going to use a combo. They're either going to bring Schroeder off the bench or start him and have Caruso as like a combo backup with Braun running the point.
Who's your reliable punch off the bench? This is year 4.
It depends if Schroeder starts.
This is year 4. We still don't know what Kuz is. In that conglomerate of players.
I'm going to be honest. I think Kuz is mincemeat this season. I think he's gone by the deadline.
He might be gone, but I'm talking about as of right now, what's slated to start this year. We still don't know what he is year 4.
Kuz?
He might be amazing somewhere else.
And I think he's actually going to have a less of a role.
Yeah. But
season.
With these conglomerate of players, I can expect less from him from last year. Because you sign Montrez to the mid-level. Mm-hmm. Got to give him some run and some touches.
Oh, yeah.
So where does Kuz eat?
Listen, I think these moves this season was made with the premise that they are planning on trading Kuz mid-season for whatever they need mid-season. Like, they're going to hold out, increase his value. I think they're going to try to feature him towards the beginning of the season. Like, they're going to make a concerted effort to bring him off the bench first, like with Montrez, and make that like a tandem or something like that, or try to make it look like a tandem.
He might get some more rest when some more reps when LeBron is taking a rest in the beginning of the season.
And one thing before we move on, I hope I'm praying with this Lakers lineup that LeBron doesn't minimize my man Schroeder. Because I'm a little worried about Schroeder going over there because, whenever there's a guard around LeBron James, he turns him into a spot-up shooter. And he makes that their primary offensive role. Yeah. And that is not really Schroeder's strength. He is a driver. He's a finisher. He hits clutch buckets because I've seen him do it all season last year with the Oklahoma City Thunder. He closed a lot of games. And he plays very well down the stretch, and he's an aggressive, attacking, and very quick guard going downhill. So I don't want him to become a spot-up shooter because they start playing Bron ball. And Bron loves a bunch of soft dudes around him that start minimizing their own strengths around him.
That acquiesces to his demands.
Yeah, they start falling back and start forgetting what they can do playing around him. So I don't want that to happen to my man Schroeder.
On paper, it's amazing, but,
I just hope that doesn't happen. But on paper, I think it's as an addition, it's phenomenal. But really quick before we move on, what's the starting five? Because I was thinking about this for the Lakers, right? I think they're gonna go Gasol, AD, Bron, Wes Matthews, and I think they're gonna start Schroeder or Caruso. But I think they're gonna start Schroeder. What do you think?
I probably go Schroeder, Wes Matthews, LeBron, Montrez, AD.
Oh, Montrez over Marc Gasol? You don't think that's too much offense?
I think Gasol will come off the bench, and when they're gonna lean and see what Kuz is. It's time. It's time for him.
Kuz?
It's Kuz gonna get.
But why start Montrez over Gasol? What's the logic there?
I think if Gasol starts, they fall behind too far early in the games because of his movement. But
starting Montrez, you lose defense though. What if there's a big center on the opposing team? He could go to work. AD gonna have to guard those big men.
AD can switch out.
He don't want to.
But I think AD is more concerned about playing on the other end.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? He still likes his pick and rolls, pick and pops. If he's the 5, he kind of bang and fight off bigs off of him. So I think Montrez will be the 5. But in tough assignments, AD might give him a hand.
Okay. And what I see, quick point before we move on, I do see LeBron's minutes being reduced this season, and I do see him starting the game, but I see him being pulled out early, like between the first 5 to 7 minutes, and then if they start Schroeder, and then have Schroeder and AD, and then bringing in Montrez and playing that 3 as a tandem with Kuz out there. And then LeBron comes back in with the second unit, I feel like.
I think LeBron's numbers will probably be, well, not numbers, but his minutes will be down the first,
a little bit, yeah.
A third of the season.
Yeah. So let's move on to the Clippers, the other LA team. Going out, Montrez, we talked about, Black Beast, J. Michael Green, and they lost Landry Shamet as well. Coming in, Serge Ibaka, kept Marcus Morris, and they got Luke Kennard. I'm gonna give them a B+ for their offseason for me, Remo. I mean, I hate to be a realist here, but they did the right thing with letting Montrezl Harrell go, in my opinion. I like Montrezl. I love what he brought to the table, but I feel like he had to go with this Clipper team because they had to change the locker room dynamic. I didn't like it last year. I feel like Trez was one of those dudes who was murmuring under his breath about talking about that Kawhi special treatment. I know we heard a lot about little rumblings about that. A couple people reported about that, and I feel like that was a little bit of Montrez's camp coming out with those kind of things. If it was true, it might not have been true. But I feel like when he came back from the bubble, he wasn't focused. And I think when I looked at this Clipper team, I saw a team full of coworkers. and a team full of cliques on that team. I saw Trez, Beverly, Lou hanging out, Kawhi chilling on his own, PG thinking he's a star. No one had really clear roles, and I didn't really like how the team was set up as far as locker room wise, mentality wise. So if I'm being honest, Ibaka for Trez for this Clippers team is an upgrade. And I feel like they got better substituting Ibaka for Trez. And I even asked this question on Twitter, Reem, and 80% of Twitter said Ibaka over Trez, that they would take Ibaka over Trez. Now, Ibaka gave you 15 and 8 last year off the bench. Trez gave you 18 and 7, 6th man of the year. We know that. But I think what Ibaka brings to the table, he's a rim protector and someone who could take minutes away from Zubac, because I thought Zubac can get cooked from time to time. And I think maybe they should start Ibaka on that team. I like the pickup for them, and I like Ibaka over Trez for me. But I'm going to get into what else I thought about their roster. So you tell me what you thought about the Clippers off season. What grade you give them?
I gave them a C+.
C+?
Right.
Reem is disrespectful here today.
I'm getting crazy today. I told you I came here to pod, right? I'm tired of everybody with this narrative, Serge Ibaka. He ain't been Serge Ibaka since he was in the Thunder. Nobody's scared of him. They're still trying to run up his chest. He averaged 15 and 8 last year. That was his best season.
You know why? Since the
No. That was his career high season.
Wait, 15 was his career high?
15 is his career high season last year. That's his ceiling. That's the max. I came in a pod.
So I'm tripping thinking it's an upgrade?
You're high. You're high. Luke Kennard, what?
I don't like that. I like Shaman over Luke.
Listen to me. Luke Kennard is not a difference mover. You are trying to bump.
I don't like that.
You are trying to deal with the guys across the hall.
Yeah.
And you bring in Luke Kennard.
Damn, I feel like I was way too nice.
Come on now. Listen, they still didn't address the point guard situation.
I was getting there, yep.
They do not have a point guard who can mess with anybody in the NBA when it comes to giving it on both ends. He might be an irritant now, but we get the point. You're not good. Move him out the way. And then you still have a disgruntled Lou Will.
Yeah.
They didn't address that.
Is he yeah, he might be a little disgruntled now. I don't like how he was carrying himself in that bubble.
His running mate is gone now.
Yeah.
Which he might...
clicks.
Now listen, he's an underpaid man, so you could just move me anywhere if I ain't gonna be
underpaid.
I ain't gonna be happy. Let me move on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I could see Lou Will talking to them about moving on, and I can see them moving on from Lou Will.
And I said it the other day in the room. Mm-hmm. I would love to see Chubbs over there.
Oh yes, I definitely like that. You brought that up, right?
Yeah,
in the Slack. Yeah,
we could bring Chubbs over there.
I like that. I like Kyle Lowry over there on the Clippers.
Van Vliet already got paid. You know what I'm saying? But I think the Clippers are missing a floor general, especially with a new system and a new coach. They don't have anybody to get all the troops in order, and this is why they get a C. In my book, they get a C+. But they're still missing a floor general.
I agree with you. I do think they have to. That was a part of their off season that they were supposed to address, and I think in fact they had to address another need when Montrez left. But I think they kind of let him go. I don't think they really offered him what he was looking for, and I think they weren't. I don't think they cared if he left or not. They were like, man, if he leave, whatever. But I'm not trying to pay him the $5.
He was a fool for that, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. So I mean, that was LeStrategy. But they did not address their playmaking. So it's gonna be a problem for them in the playoffs. But I don't think they're done with this team, man. I don't feel like this is gonna be the same team come playoff time. I really think they're gonna make another move. I really feel like they low-key have to make another move.
They don't even have a backup point guard.
They don't. Well, Lou will technically, but he's not really a point guard. He's a
hybrid.
Yeah. They got to get... See, and this is why I brought up... I mean, I'm going to talk about it later in the episode, but this is why I brought up... I really love Lonzo Ball for the Clippers. I know you brought up Kyle Lowry, but I like Lonzo Ball for the Clippers. I think there's a need for him on the Clippers. I think they need a distributing point guard, somebody who could run the floor, somebody who can control that offense, and somebody who can actually get them into sets. Because Pat Beverly ain't it, but who can they trade for Lonzo? Somebody.
The only problem with Lonzo for Beverly is you still don't gain anything on the offensive end.
Why not? Why you don't think so? Yes, you do. He's a better offensive player than Patrick Beverly.
But Ball still hasn't found a switch.
Well, he hasn't really been in the right position to succeed yet. Playing with a Kawhi and a veteran-laden team where he just has a role to run the offense, that's it.
But when I watch him play, if they shut down lanes to pass, he doesn't get into that next tick for its turn.
I feel like he's still been playing timid. But I feel like on a team like the Clippers, with Ty Lewis as coach, I think he'd be a lot better.
3, 4?
3? Yeah, he's still young, son.
Come on now.
I like Zoe.
Who'd he come in with?
What do you mean?
What other rookies he came in with? What class was that? De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox's class.
Come on. Tatum. Come on. Just look at his contemporaries. Look
I feel like he has.
I'm talking about in maturation.
Yeah. He definitely needs to get a lot better. I'm not gonna lie, he definitely does improve. But I feel like for this Clippers team, they're not asking him to do all of that. I'm literally asking you to run a team, which is what he's good at.
But what I'm saying is that year 4, these guys are getting.
He didn't get it.
These guys are in max extension time. Bam Adebayo. They're in max. We've seen what they have potential-wise and to grow forward. As a GM, are you investing to bring in Ball because he is that? Or he's another player?
I think yes, because I'm a person of this philosophy. To me, situation dictates success to me. And I feel like in the right situation, you can have success. I don't feel like he's had the right situation to have his most optimal success. I think on the Clippers, I think it would be great.
That'll be his third chance.
They got to move Beverly, though. Third time's a charm, brother. What you mean? Back in L.A., he don't want to be in New Orleans right now. Come on. Zoe ain't about that catfish. Come on now.
All right.
Blazers. Your boys. Remo's newfound team, the Blazers. Let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about them. So after struggling to fill in the gaps on the wing all season last year, the Blazers, they traded for Robert Covington. They signed Derrick Jones Jr. I really like him. They re-signed Rodney Hood coming off that Achilles tear. They re-signed Melo. And they added Enes Kanter. Going out was pretty much just Ariza and Whiteside pretty much going out. And really, man, they got a plethora of wings now going over there in Portland. And I really love what they did. Last year, they had the 3rd ranked offense, but the 27th ranked defense.
Yeah.
And we know that's because they didn't have a lot of wings, or they didn't have competent wings because of injury.
Competent? They had Melo next to CJ, next to Dame.
Their wing, they had Gary Trent guarding LeBron, so that was not a good deal. So, do these signings help that? Yes, 100%. I'm going to give them an A for their offseason. I really like what Portland has done. They really impressed me. I really love the Covington signing, and I really love and hating a little bit the Melo signing, because I love Melo going back there. They need him for his big shots, but I hate it because I wanted Melo to go to another team, which I will talk about soon. But I love what the Blazers did, but I do have a little bit of gripes, which I'm going to get to after. But talk to me, Reem. What'd you feel about what the Blazers did this offseason? You feeling it or not?
I loved it, but I gave them an A-.
A-, okay.
You went A, I went A-.
Okay.
Because, I really broke down this team. They got a lot in return for really not giving up much.
Ariza and Whiteside. Only really people who of significance that left.
They kept their young core.
Yep.
I don't know why they keep believing in this young kid, Anthony Simons or Zach Collins.
He can play a little. He did a little decent in the bubble.
He's not what they need. They need a point guard, somebody to put people in the spaces.
A playmaker, yeah.
He's a shoot first guy. Zach Collins, we don't know what's going on there.
You know what I heard? He's not going to be able to start the season.
He won't be ready again.
Yeah.
But
waste.
But Kanter returning to a system he already knows.
Like that?
It's amazing. He gives you exactly what he looks like. He gives you rebounds, and he boxes out.
Insurance.
And putbacks. He knows the system. He knows the coaching. He knows the city. But what you didn't say was they did pick up Harry Giles.
Oh, shit. I forgot about Harry Giles.
They picked up Harry Giles.
That was an excellent pickup.
He's very, very cerebral.
Excellent pickup.
He knows what the hell he's doing. They had to have they had Whiteside, who led the league in blocks, but led the league in sleeping at the same time. I don't know what was going on.
Damn sure did.
So you got Rodney Hood. You got real basketball players now.
Yeah.
And then Covington, who is a long range guy.
I don't know how much they could trust Rodney Hood coming back with that Achilles tear.
But they don't have to force him now because they do have the emergence of Gary Trent. So everybody could fall into a role.
Bro, I love Derrick Jones Jr. for that team. I love it.
You know why I like Derrick Jones Jr.? Because he finally gives them a dynamic wing that could get out on the break.
Athletic.
Who you could just throw it somewhere near the box. He'll catch it. They haven't, I don't know if they've ever had a player like that.
No, and don't sleep, but Derrick Jones Jr. can play some defense as well.
Yeah. He's a rangy guy, long wiry guy.
He can work on his 3-point shot.
He doesn't worry about his handle.
Oh, he has none.
Yeah.
Don't let him dribble.
Yeah, but, I still think they need to address why I gave them the A- because I still think they need a point guard to set everybody up and put them in position when Dame comes out. You got to eventually give CJ a break, and then when Anthony Simons comes in, I don't think he looks for anybody except his shot.
Yo, you really got beef with Anthony Simons. You're not feeling him.
I think they think too highly of him.
What year is he in? 2 or 3?
This is third year. Third year. I
saw flashes of decentness in the bubble though, Reem. I know you hard on him, but I saw flashes, but he's not really a playmaker, like a facilitator.
He ain't it.
They need, if I did have any gripes with their offseason, they didn't get a playmaker off the bench like a point guard. But I think that was tough for them to get. They really put a premium on wings. And I think they went hard after those wings, and that's what they needed though, because like we said, 27th ranked defense, bro. That ain't it.
You know what? What I like about this new team that they present, it takes a lot of pressure off of Carmelo to actually really be the third option.
Yeah,
like it was a good signing. I wanted him in a couple other locations, but
you wanted him at New York?
I wanted him at LA. Or I wanted him.
Why?
For what we spoke about, to bolster up that bench. They really don't have a bench
no
to rely on.
touches over there for Melo. I don't like it, but carry on.
All right, or the Suns. But
yes,
being that he came back, he's still a veteran that could give you big buckets and big moments. I don't see that from Derrick Jones Jr. Okay. So you'll lose a little bit of touch there. Hood, we don't know what he's coming back to be, and he's a little bit smaller. So Melo can, he's in great shape right now. He could give you some spot minutes at the 3.
Shout out to Melo being in shape right now. Skinny Melo.
With the 4-pack.
Yo, Jim Melo, we gonna call him right now.
Yeah, so, I like what I seen over there. They did a great job with very little. They didn't give up a lot to get some of these players, and, they did a good job.
While we're on the topic of Melo, because I did want to discuss this a little bit, really quick. How much minutes are there for Melo right now? Because when I looked at this roster, like I said, there's a lot of forwards on this roster. We know Covington is going to get 30-plus minutes a night. Derrick Jones Jr. probably will get 25-plus minutes. Rodney Hood, they're going to try to incorporate him since they signed him to a multi-year deal, maybe like 15 to 20 minutes. Zach Collins, when he comes back, they may feel a little bit of loyalty to give him minutes. Harry Giles, they signed here to develop for the future. He needs to get some minutes. Melo needs to get some damn minutes. He played 63 games last year for them.
He played 33 minutes a night?
33 minutes a night, and he took the third most shots on the team last year.
As he should.
What's going to happen with Melo? Can he eat? Because I'm a little worried about that, Reem. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like him going over there to the Blazers. I was a little upset about that. I'm going to tell you why, but can my boy eat?
If you give Melo a role of 22 to 25 minutes as your 6th man, he can eat.
6 man, though? So, 6 man, how many minutes? 20 to 25?
20 to 25. Based on when the game comes down, I'm looking at the roster. Derrick Jones Jr. doesn't stretch the floor. Kanter doesn't stretch the floor. Harry Giles doesn't stretch the floor.
Who's starting? Is Melo starting or is he coming off the bench?
Nah. I don't.
Is Melo going to be fine with coming off the bench? Who, me?
Well, you sent me the from Tuma Fertitta.
No, that's the Houston. The guy from the Blazers, the president of basketball.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, he said that most likely.
He said they spoke though. They spoke. They had a conversation.
Yeah, and he's kind of okay with it.
Yeah, it's more who finishes.
It.
Yeah, it's more who finishes. He's at a different stage of his career.
Yes,
but he proved himself that he can still put up buckets.
Yes,
he averaged 15 last year. Serge Ibaka's best year was 15.
You're not feeling Ibaka.
before we even move on, it's another thing. that comes with this Melo contract, which is veterans minimum. The number itself, because the number what he produced last year garnishes more money. But
mean he did average what 13 last year?
Oh yeah, it was 15.
Oh, it's 15?
15 and 8, 15 and 6, something like that.
And some big shots.
Shot 43%, 43 from 3-point or something like that. Whatever the case is. His contract minimum is small enough for if things go left in Portland and they're not in contingency, it can be moved for contender because it's not a big number to move.
You think they would trade Melo? I don't feel like Melo's a dude who would want to be uprooted. I would love that.
If it's not going as planned at 36 years old.
What's not going as planned? Not enough minutes?
No, the season itself for the Blazers.
Oh, if they underachieve.
And they be like, listen, Melo, we're not looking well. We got injuries. We might not make the playoffs. Let's do right by you. The contract amount is nice enough. It can be moved.
Okay. Easily movable. That's fair.
Yeah.
I would love him to get moved to the Sun, but we'll talk about that. Moving on. The Atlanta Hawks. I wouldn't usually have these brothers this high in the conversation, but they made a hell of a splash this offseason. I'm really feeling what the Atlanta Hawks are doing. They probably just had their best offseason in franchise history. Maybe it's definitely top 3, but a pretty good offseason for them. Coming in, they got Rajon Rondo. They got Gallinari. Chris Dunn. They signed Bogdanovich to an offer sheet. What's crazy? I don't even know who even left their team. When I was looking at the team, I don't even know who really left. They really didn't let too much people go. I think only Bembry left. And he went to some, I forgot who it was. But they still have Clint Capella. They still got John Collins. Still got Trae Young. They still got the Red Mamba, Kevin Huerter. Cam Reddish, DeAndre Hunter. They got Tony Snell, aka Nightcrawler, that I call him. They got a lot of boys over there in Atlanta right now. I'm gonna give them an A for their offseason, Reem. I really bang with what the Hawks are doing right now. They have a legit chance, and they better make the playoffs this season. I feel like they finally surrounded Trae Young with some veteran talent. And I'm excited to see them play, brother. I can't lie. They're definitely one of my favorite teams last year. I've always been a big Trae Young fan, always been a big Trae Young supporter. I think now we're really going to see what he's made of when he has some talent around him. I mean, he doesn't, where he has the green light, but he doesn't need to take the light all game. He needs to try to involve his teammates because they got some shooters and they got some scorers. I think they're going to have a little bit of a log jam because they have maybe a little too many pieces, maybe a little too many forwards. Gallo, Collins, and Capella. I don't really like that 3. I don't really love that 3. But I don't know how you bench Gallinari. You can't bench John Collins. You can't really bench Capella. So I don't know what they're going to do at that point. But I love Lloyd Pierce, one of my favorite coaches. He's actually one of my top 3 favorite coaches in the league, Lloyd Pierce. Shout out to him. But they had a great offseason. Reem, talk to me. What do you think about the Hawks, man? I had to give them an A.
I give them a B+.
B+, all right.
And I just like, they brought some veterans around Trae Young.
They did.
I don't know exactly if they're projected to be a playoff team now, but
they have to be.
I don't know if they have to be, but I just think bringing in a culture of winning is the first step for these guys.
With Gallo and Rondo, you don't think they should be?
Gallo is a decent player. That's always...
You don't like them Europeans. Is that what it is?
No. Gallo plays decently throughout the regular season.
Okay.
But during the playoffs, he always disappears. He always turns into the ice cream man for me.
He played well for the Clippers, though. When
he plays soft.
Yeah. Against certain players,
he plays soft. He folds to pressure. So, like, they paid him, so they got him.
He can be beaten off the dribble a lot.
Yeah, but he's decent. I think he was top 3 in the league in catch and shoot 3-pointers last year. So he knows his role.
Gave you 18 last year for the OKC Thunder.
Yeah, another dude with his best. Whatever. Right? Yeah. They brought in a lot of talent around Young this year. Whether it be Bogdanovich.
Not fully there yet, just an offer sheet. We got to see if the Kings match.
Let's see if they match. Yeah. But, it would be nice to have him there because,
another guy.
It's hard to crowd Trae Young when you have another shooter on the court. So I like that. The only thing with all of these signings is how much real room and develop is there for Reddish and Hunter?
That's what I don't like. I feel like they kind of...
They're stunting their growth with some of these signings, you know.
I agree there. But maybe that means that they didn't trust them. You think that's what it is? And maybe that means that they got to be moved.
But they year one, though. You can't say move them and what you call it, got 3 opportunities to do great. Ball. They in year one.
Yeah, but
in
maybe
a bad
the ownership is in a different place where for some reason the Hawks have pressure to make the playoffs this season.
But you got to bring winners around to see what you really potentially have.
Well, they're trying to do that, but I feel like they might have done a little bit of overkill.
One of them might be expendable, either Hunter or Reddish.
I think one of them is going to get moved.
Well, yeah, one of them can get moved, but you need to develop the other one. Give him a 6-man role.
They have to keep one, move one.
Yeah, because you still have Chris Dunn that they signed as well.
Also another young piece. They got a lot of moving parts over there. It's going to be interesting to see how they do that.
Yeah,
how they blend that talent together.
What I want to see is, does Rondo get frustrated with what's around him, with the youth?
I don't think so, because I think he's going to get a lot of minutes. I think Lloyd Pierce is just going to show him that respect, and I think he's going to give him a lot, let him dictate his minutes.
I don't think Rondo give a shit. He got paid.
That's what I'm saying.
He got another chip. He got another chip, and he got paid.
I'm here to come do it in a film session.
Yeah,
I'm here for film session. Let's move on, man.
Big fish hunting.
Phoenix Suns. I gotta give a soul clap to those brothers. Phoenix Suns coming in. They got the point guard, CP3, Jay Crowder, Damian Jones, Etuan Moore, Galloway, going out, Ricky Rubio, Kelly Oubre. I gotta say something, Reed, man. I absolutely love the way this Phoenix Suns team is rounding up right now. Got a vet superstar in CP3, a young megastar in Devin Booker, potential young all-star in DeAndre Ayton, if he has his head on straight, a big boy, big body in the paint, talented young wings, Bridges, Cam Johnson, Smith, they just drafted with the 10th pick, veteran toughness, they brought in my man Jay Crowder, Javon Carter off the bench, who's a nice defensive guard, especially in the bubble, he played really well. They brought back Dario Saric as well, who I'm not particularly fond of, but he did play well in the bubble, so I got to give him some love. And the only reason I won't give the Suns a plus, I'm going to give them an A.
Big boy A.
I'm going to give them a A, not a plus, because I'm disappointed that they didn't go out and go get Melo. I'm very disappointed in that because, we've been talking on our private chat. I really wanted Melo over there in Phoenix because I feel like it would have been the perfect opportunity for him. But maybe they didn't call him. Maybe they didn't holler at Melo. Maybe Melo didn't really want to go to Arizona. I don't know. But maybe he might go there in mid-season. Who knows? But I won't give him the A+ because I wanted Melo over there. But I'll say this. For all the people that are bashing the Suns right now on Twitter, acting like adding CP3, a winning player, isn't a big deal. I would caution those people, man, because these are the same losers that killed Jimmy Butler for going to the Miami Heat without another true superstar over there. When I look at the Phoenix Suns, I see a team parallel to the Heat last year. A team, there's a couple of Indians over there looking for a chief. They got their chief in Chris Paul. Monty Williams, love him as a coach. James Jones, he's a young GM. Chris Paul went over there for a reason. They wanted him. He went over there because I'm sure he's probably going to be able to make some roster decisions, probably be in James Jones's ear because I know they have a great relationship. He's one of the youngest young black GMs. Shout out to that too, James Jones. But I really love what they're doing over there. And a lot of people who are criticizing the move from Chris Paul, saying that he doesn't want to win because he didn't want to go to the Clippers. It's not always the players' choice that they didn't go to that team that everyone wanted them to go, the typical championship team. Maybe the organization didn't want to make the deal. I saw Matt Barnes say on All the Smoke that he was chilling with CP at one of the kids' birthday parties, and his CP's first choice was the Clippers, second choice was the Knicks, third choice was the Suns. He didn't go to the Clippers because the Clippers didn't want to make the deal, or they didn't feel like they had enough to make the deal with OKC, and then also they didn't want to feel like they got fleeced because they just traded for Paul George the previous year and got like all their picks go, traded their whole core. The Knicks, one, they didn't really love their package, and two, Chris didn't really want to go there because there would be no MSG, no fans there.
No Melo.
So him and Melo probably spoke about that and said, fam, there's no buzz over there this year with no fans. It's not the same. And they both want to win right now, too. So then he said, listen, the Suns are up-and-coming team. They got a young megastar in Devin Booker, almost averaging 30. I like what the Suns are doing. So talk to me, Reem, because I'm feeling the Suns. I think they're vastly improved. I think they're a top 5 team in the West, top 4, top 5. I may even go top 3. You know me already.
Crazy.
You know, y'all said I was crazy last year with the Heat, but you know me. I'm gonna have later episodes for that. But talk to me, Reem. What do you think about the Suns?
I initially started with a C.
What? Whoa.
But you kind of convinced me. I give them a B minus.
Yeah.
And listen,
yo, the disrespect.
When you get
wait, hold on. Is it the Migos with the disrespect tonight?
Nah, listen. Everything I said been valid. Listen on the playback tomorrow. I'm like, yo, all right, you know, Reem wasn't really bugging.
Be a C?
Hear me out.
All
Hear
right.
me out, right? All right, so I like CP3. He brings a different culture to these guys. A bunch of nice players that were losers, whatever the case is. You know, they could win. They could win now off of the momentum they had in the bubble, right? But my thing is, what's after that initial starting 5?
Okay.
What follows Ayton behind him? Who follows up CP3's momentum at point guard? Agent point guard at that. Because remember, in OKC, he had a plethora of the guards he could defer to if he didn't want to run the show.
True.
He
played a lot of 2 guard.
He had Alexander that played a little bit. He had Shooter.
Yeah.
He had that played a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he has to take a bulk of the point guard position now.
Yeah.
Who gives him a break? You lost Kelly Oubre. I'm not sure what follows behind that. Do they make a bigger play for somebody like PJ Tucker? I would love to go there.
He doesn't solve the playmaking thing, though, that you said.
But he does solve toughness and more of a range.
They have Jay Crowder. But I would love a PJ Tucker and a Jay Crowder.
That's what I'm saying. There's no fall off there. So there's still room for after Jay Crowder comes out. And he's a small 4.
Yes, he is. He's about like 6'7", 6'7", yeah.
So I'm saying, like, it's still little gaps. I like him at the 3.
So you don't like Sarge?
I never liked Sarge.
Okay.
He's decent.
Me too.
He's decent, but he's ice cream as well. European cat. Get him out of here. Throw him in rice. Good
ice cream.
Yeah.
I agree.
But, you know, I think they can elevate with a couple other signings. Low-key, a Reggie Jackson, maybe. Ask somebody to man the second unit, but not think like, all right, this is CP3 we talking about.
Okay.
Get out the game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can run the second unit and give them a little hand. And a 5. They need a backup 5.
Okay, so I hate what you're saying. All valid points. I agree with you. I'm going to dispute that and offset that. I'm going to play devil's advocate by saying they're going to offset that because I do see this team built the same way the 2018 Rockets are built. So I see them staggering Chris Paul, Devin Booker. One of those two will be on the floor at all times. And then last year, if you notice, they started to use Devin Booker more as a facilitator and a point guard. They started to use him and try him in that way. His assists went up. I believe he averaged like 26 and 6 last year or something like that. So his assists went up and he's trying to take the next leap in becoming a better facilitator this year. So, I do see them staggering their minutes a lot and having him play more of the facilitator role. But what they have surrounded those two with, a lot of shooters, defenders. Etuan Moore could shoot low-key, play make, defend. Javon Carter can defend really well.
Him. You know what? I'm sorry. Etuan Moore.
He can ball.
I like him a lot.
Okay, I'm about to say he could play.
Very low key. He's smaller, but he does a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and he's going to be the backup or coming in when CP has that early rest, and you're playing with a Devin Booker who's going to be dominating the paint. Dominating the ball.
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed that name initially. So
and
you got it.
They have Cam Johnson too coming in. He played a lot better last year.
I don't know that guy.
He played a lot better in the bubble. All these dudes.
Oh, they got my boy over there still.
Who?
Cameron Payne.
Cameron Payne is
That's
still
my
there.
guy. That's my guy.
He's Mr. Dance Over Russ.
Dance Fever. That's my guy.
Yeah, they got him there. He's still there.
He's
Cameron
pretty decent too.
Yeah, they got Langston Galloway there coming over there from Detroit. He averaged like 10 or 11 last year.
Boo.
Damian Jones over there. He was a rim runner. I'm telling you, DeAndre Ayton is one guy that you need to sleep. Last year,
he was
18 and 11.
He was on PEDs.
He was on PEDs. He only played 35 points a game. He played 35 minutes a game. He averaged 18 and 11. But let me tell you something. Remember last time CP played with a big, like a DeAndre Jordan, like a Clint Capella. DeAndre Jordan, I'm going to remind you, All-NBA 3 times. All-Star 1 time. DeAndre Jordan, 18 and 11 without CP. With CP, 20 and 10.
But those guys were less skilled and more vertical.
And DeAndre Ayton is more skilled and just as vertical, though.
Nah, he's not as athletic.
A little bit less, though. But he's a brawly guy. But he's a bulkier center, but he has a soft touch.
Yeah, he's skilled.
Yeah,
he's skilled.
He can get a bucket. He can get you. I don't think you watch enough Ayton.
No, I watch him. But I think he has to get the ball to work himself into the shot.
We'll see. My thing is
CP puts it there and you just catch it and finish.
That's all he needs to do. I need you to finish.
Let's see if he has that.
Finish.
Let's see.
Finish. And we're gonna see because I think Booker's gonna have one of his best seasons. Barring injury or anything like that. Him being healthy, I think he's gonna have one of his best seasons and average damn near 30. I think he's gonna increase his points per game until about 28. And I think he's in for a hell of a season. So we're going to see, man. I really like what the Suns are doing. I think the Suns and Blazers are definitely two of the most intriguing teams in the West. So let's take a voicemail real quick because we got a few from the family. Let's answer some questions real quick, Remo.
What's good, Just Blaze? It's Rise from the group chat. You already know I had to come in the VM and show some love here to get your take on a few things. So, first question I'm wondering about, right? We know the 2 LA teams got to be the favorites in the West, but I think that third seed's kind of up for grabs. We've got the Trailblazers, the Mavericks, the Suns, the Rockets, the Warriors, all kind of in that range, right? So yeah, I'm curious to see what you think the third best team is in the West. I personally would have to go with, I think the Trailblazers are looking solid. I know Bobby Marks. That's who he had as the third best, which I thought was very interesting. Dallas is an intriguing choice, but KP's starting injured. So, yeah, let me know what you think there. Second question, going Paul George hasn't been getting too much love lately. So, had to bring him up, maybe give him some confidence for the next season. I was wondering if you think he has a sneaky MVP chance here, right? Now, hear me out. So, I'd say Luka and Giannis are the obvious favorites. Giannis has the voter fatigue issue. I would say Luka has a really good shot, except he's the second best player on his team starting out injured, which could hurt his team's record, obviously, and put him lower in the MVP conversation. So, the way I see it, Paul George on one of the top teams in the West will be fully rested for the whole season, unlike LeBron for the Lakers and AD for the Lakers, who just are coming off a 7-game final stretch. So I kind of think he has a sneaky chance. His boy Kawhi is going to be sitting out all those games. Let me know what you think there, and it's all love. Thanks for recording another podcast for the family. Peace.
Shout out to my boy for leaving that voicemail. I appreciate you, my brother. Good questions, man. So, Remo, let's tackle these. Third best team in the West. Who are we looking at right now? I'm going to start off with you. Who you think is your third best team in the West?
He said it. He said it.
The Blazers?
The Blazers. The only team here. The only team here with an A. Only team here with an A.
Oh, we know. First of all, we know why you giving him an A. Come on, the bodyguard.
I put my man on the bench.
You did, which was I'm even impressed.
But I put him on the bench.
Yeah. True.
Ibaka's best season was his worst.
Was Melo's worst season.
All right, good.
You know what's crazy? Third best. I think it's a 3-way tie for me, but it's a 3-way tie between the Blazers, Suns, and Nuggets for me.
The Nuggets didn't upgrade to me.
They didn't upgrade. They low-key downgraded for me personally. That's why I think they're going to take a step back. We're going to get to them. But I'm going to have to agree.
Damn right. As you should.
I love the additions. I'm no hater, man. I'm a basketball realist, and I really love the additions. Covington to me was a very, very big addition. I really love what he brings to the table. He's what they need. He's what they needed, low-key.
And Derrick Jones.
You know I'm a big Derrick Jones Jr. fan. I wanted him on the Suns, man. I'm tight.
I hope CJ could. They had him already.
Yeah.
They waived him.
The Suns?
They waived him.
Derrick Jones?
Yeah.
No, I think he was drafted in Miami, right?
No.
I don't know. Second question. PG-13. Can he get some MVP votes? My man Rise was talking. That's the interesting one. I get where you're going. I know Kawhi's going to sit out some games. I definitely feel like we're going to see an improved playoff P, way off P this season because, he plays damn good in a regular season. Is he going to be motivated? Yes. Is he going to play harder? Yes. Is he going to be mad this year? Yes. Is he mad about his 2K rating this year? Yes. MVP consideration? No. For me. I think his stats will be great, though. I don't think he's going to get MVP votes in my opinion. But he can. What do you think, Ring?
All right. I'm tired of people trying to put PG-13 in this lane that he was slotted or revered as a star.
He was a star.
He wasn't a star. He was a good player that evolved into a franchise that lost their star. Granger was the star. He was a defensive guy that developed into kind of what Jimmy Butler evolved into. So where was the revere for him coming out of college that he was going to be the star or the next guy? He wasn't even drafted in the position to be that next guy.
Yeah, he just kind of emerged as a very good player.
He is probably one of the lowest caliber players to have their own signature sneaker.
Yeah, I know. You talked about that a lot. I don't know how PG... When did he get his own sneaker? In OKC or Indiana? OKC, right?
I think at OKC. But
that's crazy.
I digress. No, he will not have an MVP season. He's still playing next to Kawhi. He still plays in the NBA with LeBron and Giannis and Harden and Russ. So, no.
No MVP votes.
Just be happy that he has a decent season and he does something in the playoffs. Because we know he's allergic to the playoffs.
Listen, way off P better play better this playoffs.
My grandmother couldn't hit the side of the backboard if she took a shot.
That side of the backboard shot is gonna go down to infamy, man.
And she's dead.
I just dislike the beta energy from playoff P. I need him to.
A lot of excuses. I'm depressed.
I don't want to hear any of that.
I miss my girl.
I don't want to hear any of that.
His focus wasn't basketball.
Yeah. PG, I need to see something this year. We're going to see Clippers got a lot of explaining to do.
Pull your skirt down, P.
Yeah, so we're going to move on over to the East. And I want to talk about those Philadelphia 76ers because they are another very, very intriguing team, Remo. So before we get there, let me start off with a voicemail from the family. My boy Akeem called in, always talking shit about his Sixers. So let me hear what my boy had to say.
What's good, man? It's Akeem. I definitely want to leave you a voicemail real quick, man. I think my 76ers are being overlooked right now. I think one of our biggest issues was shooting and Al trash Horford. So we got rid of him. We can space the floor. Embiid's about to dominate. Ben Simmons always dominates. We got a great coach. We got a real president that's working for us. Our GM, Elton Brand, is still trash. But what I will say too is in the West, I think the Blazers could challenge the Lakers as the number 1 seed. Remember I said that. The Lakers can challenge, the Blazers can challenge the Lakers as the number 1 seed. I think they
Blazers
got depth,
love.
they got star power, and I think they play well as a team, and I think the Lakers are going to have to kind of figure it out about playing together.
Okay.
They got a lot of new moving parts and pieces. And I don't really believe their coach is that great. I know he won the championship. I really think that was a LeBron type of ship, a little bubble, a little asterisk. But I wanted to drop this voicemail to let you know, man, continue to do a great job, man. I got a lot of respect for your podcast. You keep banging them out. Peace.
Akeem, appreciate that, my brother. So let's talk about the Sixers, Reem, because I know, listen, man, Akeem, me and him, we go back and forth on voicemails. He always sending me voice notes talking shit about his 76ers, man. He is a very passionate 76ers fan. A delusional one, I might add, but a very passionate one. So I got to give my man some love, man. But he loves his 76ers, man, because, yo, Rima, I must tell you, he gets mad at us, me, you, and Damo, because he says that we never give his Sixers no love because we always ragging on Ben Simmons. So let's talk about these 76ers right now. What we doing for their offseason? Coming in, they got Danny Green. They got Seth Curry. They got Dwight Howard. Going out. Al Horford. Josh Richardson. For me, I'm going to give him a B. Remo. I actually think they did a really good job this offseason with the resources that they were given. So I got to give you kudos, because he was a dude really advocating for Doc Rivers to come over there. And I really love the Doc Rivers signing for them. That was kind of low-key like a player acquisition in a way for the 76ers because I feel like they really needed that.
Who was the coach there before? Brett Brown, right?
Brett Brown, yeah. He hated Brett Brown. Brett Brown wasn't the right coach for Embiid and Simmons. I really like Doc Rivers over there too because Doc is one of my favorite coaches in the NBA. Now the question is, can Doc Rivers get the right stuff out of Embiid, out of Simmons this year? Because now Al Horford is gone. They're surrounding him with shooters. One of the best shooters in the league in Seth Curry. Danny Green. Wash Danny Green. But he still is a perimeter threat, Danny Green. Tobias needs to step up. That was one of your boys, Reem.
Who's the point guard over there?
Ben Simmons.
Okay.
What do you
I might as well get into it, right?
Talk to me, Reem. What are you feeling about these 76ers? Because there's no more. Is there ifs?
I actually went with a B- for them.
I had a B. Okay, B-.
No, actually, I'm wilding. B+.
Oh,
I went
okay.
with a B+. I went with a B+ because I like the culture change.
Me too.
I like the GM that they brought in.
You hated Maury though.
The reason I like Maury for them is because he has a lot of assets to play with here.
Okay,
and
he's not afraid to wheel.
He's not trigger happy, so he'll move parts to get parts.
Yeah.
Which this means it's time to move Ben.
Oh shit!
It's time to move Ben.
Time to move him.
Listen, for what you bringing in shooters. You sell high and bring in high. You don't wait till the fall off and then bring low off of what you could get from him. He has not gone to New York. Ben hasn't been with Brinkley. You know how that goes. He still can't shoot in year, 4, 5?
So you don't think Doc Rivers is going to pull that out of him? A little bit.
Doc Rivers is Doc Rivers going to get on the court and shoot for him?
No, but he could balk on him.
He ain't going to shoot for him.
He can't balk on him?
He's not going to shoot for him.
But he can't balk on him.
He can balk, but is he going to shoot?
Hold on, Reem.
Perfect.
So Doc Rivers can't balk on Embiid to take another 3? A 3.
Embiid or Simmons?
I mean, excuse me, Simmons.
No, it's not in his skill set. And listen to this. Murray comes with the relationship with the Harden.
Yes.
I would love to see Harden in that system. You have the shooters around. You have the big man in the middle. You do not longer have the D'Antoni system.
Yes.
But you have a cerebral coach in Doc.
Yeah.
Who would guarantee to get the best out of somebody.
And he's
Harden.
a motivator as well.
And he's a man of men. So he's a coach of men.
A leader of men.
Seth Curry.
I love that.
Second best in history in percentage shooting.
I love Seth Curry.
He's like a mini JJ, and JJ played perfect in that system.
Yeah.
And he could dribble. B+.
Wow, that's the most love you ever gave the Sixers on this podcast, I must say.
I like what they're doing.
Me too. I love to me, getting rid of Al Horford was the number one priority this offseason.
Dude, I didn't even talk about him.
But suit up for Al Horford.
He got paid. He got paid.
I'm really glad they did that. And actually, low-key, I got some good hopes for the 76ers. I actually feel like they're going to do a lot more damage than they did last year. I think they're going to be a lot better. So we'll see. Hopefully, Tobias can step up. Let's get to the Bucks. Outgoing out, Bledsoe, Hill, Connaughton, Ilyasova. Coming in, they got Drew Holiday, DJ Augustine, Bobby Portis, Torrey Craig. Listen, the Bucks missed out to me on a solid play in Bogdanovich. But what I'm not feeling, Reem, is how the streets is really acting like they lost an all-NBA player over here in losing him in restricted free agency. There was a lot of tampering going on, whatever the case may be. I don't care. But he was a good piece for them. But I still feel like they can supplement that production and try to acquire some more pieces. But let's talk about the Drew Holiday pickup, because they mortgaged a lot of their future for Drew Holiday. They traded 5 picks, I believe, in total, 3 picks and then 2 pick swaps. I really like Drew there. I know Drew was one of your guys, but I don't feel like he really solved the need that I needed the Bucks to solve this offseason, which was a pure point guard or a pure distributor or facilitator. I like him, though. And what I do like is that they tried to offset that with signing the DJ Augustine, because I do feel like DJ Augustine would help.
I really like that kid.
I like Augustine. He really played well. He really put Chubbs in his back pocket when he played the Raptors a few years ago in that series, and he put him in his back pocket and worked him. But he performs well in the playoffs. So I do like the Augustine. I like the Drew Holiday signing. And I'm starting to come to grips that I do feel like the Bucks upgraded themselves. But is it enough for Giannis to sign the extension? That's really the question. Is it? What do you feel about their offseason? I'm going to give them a B, by the way. But what you think about their offseason?
I give them a D.
A D?
I give them a D.
Yo, I'm way too nice on these rankings.
I think they probably paid you or something. First off, the reason I gave them a D is because their second best player is still Middleton. Their go-to player.
Middleton better than Drew?
Drew is coming into a new offense.
That's your guy.
I love Drew.
I'm about to say, hold up.
No, I love Drew, but is what Drew is
your guy.
Yeah, but Drew isn't a player that is going to take over offense. Giannis is still, he plays well in an offense.
Yeah.
But if Giannis is still the same player who isn't shooting, where did they upgrade? Chris Middleton is still your second guy, and he's pedestrian at best. We don't know what he's going to get. We get another year Lopez, and what else? Bobby Portis?
Yeah.
And then the reason you get a D is because they were slated as one of the top seeds. Every team besides them got better in the East.
But we like Augustine, though.
I like Augustine.
Doesn't move the needle.
He doesn't. Listen,
but I'm thinking of it, Augustine plus Holiday.
There's a team that plays on Flatbush Avenue coming for them.
Them boys.
It's no longer Giannis against the East.
Yeah.
Miami showed what they have.
Giannis gotta earn that shit.
These young boys in Boston, they're coming.
Oh, yeah.
And then you still have the Brooklyn boys on the way. So
Flatbush Avenue killers.
What did you do as a team to secure Giannis signing back with you?
They're gonna have I think he will. I never know. I still don't know if he's gonna resign.
You know what changes this offseason from a D to a B?
Yeah.
The head coach.
Yeah, I think you called for Bud being fired, and I agree with you. I feel like they needed to upgrade that position, and they didn't do it.
Giannis is 6?
Yeah, 25, 26,
He's 20-something. Why isn't he playing a bulk of the minutes in the playoffs? Why is he on the bench watching this team go down?
And speaking of Giannis, I'm glad you brought that up really quick, because I wrote this down too. Listen, man, I love me some Giannis. You know, Giannis is one of my favorite players in the league. But I need Giannis Antetokounmpo to take responsibility for his recent playoff shortcomings.
Check himself in the game.
No blaming everybody else. No blaming Budenholzer. No blaming George Hill, lack of playmaking, Wes Matthews, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez. I don't care who it is. He needs to improve on two things, in my opinion. One, he's got to gain in one signature offensive move in the half court. One move.
Nah, you can't say one.
He's got to gain at least one. He has none. He's got to gain one.
Give you that.
And now number two, he's got to become a more cerebral player. I feel like he's got to learn how to make adjustments in the playoffs when the defense loads up on him, and that to me is his problem.
I'll add to that. He needs a mid-range.
Yes.
When they pack the paint, he has to learn to now stretch the offense when they're packing the paint. Don't bowl over everybody. And then the D that I gave him also does come from them losing Wes Matthews.
Yes.
Shooter, vet. And on top of that, they did lose, is it Pat Connaughton? No, not Pat
Connaughton. Yeah, they lost Connaughton.
No,
they left DiVincenzo.
No, he's gone.
He's still there.
Pat Connaughton is gone.
Connaughton is gone.
No, it's the other way around.
No, DiVincenzo's still there. He was supposed to be in the Bogdanovich trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
so
what
Pat
he's saying.
Connaughton is gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, but he's a shooter.
So, yeah, but they both really do the same thing.
Yeah, but he's more of a shooter.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo's he's more active.
Yeah,
he could jump.
Definitely.
But you lose a little bit of the stretch in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. Let's get to the Rockets. I'm going to switch on over to the Rockets right now. Going out is Covington. Coming in, Christian Wood. An interesting signing, which was very surprising to me. They got Sterling Brown. And today, which I text you, Remo, they got DeMarcus Cousins today. Very interesting signing for the Rockets. I'm going to give them a B. And the only reason I'm going to give them a B, I'm being very generous with that B. I really want to give them a C+. But I'm giving them a B because I'm going to applaud them for not panicking and trading James Harden and Russell Westbrook right away when they asked out. I don't think they should trade both yet. And I said on my last episode, both of those two got the nerve, the unmitigated gall to be asking for a trade already after 1 year of those two forcing their way to play together. I'm not feeling that because I don't feel like either one of those two adjusted their games enough for the betterment of winning. And I feel like they really didn't give a shit last year, that they just wanted some stats and they didn't adjust their game enough to win. And now they asking out. The nerve of those two. And I feel like they need to work a little bit harder to see if that can work. And they try to make some pieces. Christian Wood, DeMarcus Cousins. How we feeling about that, Remo?
F. They got an F for me.
Because they didn't trade him, or because
of what was left there was a fire. It was a fire burn. Literally, it was a tree left in the house set on fire.
Yeah.
You have two stars, two former MVPs of the league, disgruntled as hell going into the season. Mm-hmm. They don't even want to play with each other. Mm-hmm. They're boys, I guess. They ain't friends right now.
I don't know what's going on with these.
I don't know what's going on, but somebody has to go. Or both has to go. But then you have PJ Tucker. You're going into the season knowing you're expendable. We don't want you anymore. Mm-hmm. You lost August. You lost Doc's son.
Austin
Rivers.
Who's on the Knicks now.
He's trash. But he's gone. Mm-hmm. What's left to build over there? You might as well just sell and build for the future.
You think they should trade both?
Yeah.
Both?
Both. Build for the future. There's nothing left.
I'm not letting them win. Both.
All right.
I trade one.
You let analytics build your team, right?
But he's not there anymore.
Listen, but he built a team and he left a team that was built on numbers alone. Mm-hmm. You guys listening to this podcast, stop listening to analytics. It doesn't win championships. LeBron proves that.
Yeah.
Analytics has never won a championship yet.
No, they never have.
Kawhi is a mid-range shooter.
Deadly.
With a championship ring. Mm-hmm. So cut it out, please.
Mm-hmm. And so what do you feel about the Christian Wood signing? You think they did all right? What do you think Cousins is going to even do anything?
I don't know what to expect from Cousins.
I low-key like it, though. Low key. Lowest of keys, I like it.
That's a lot of technical fouls over there with Russ. With Russ and Cousins.
I low key like it though.
I think if you leave them two and you remove Harden, you have a real gritty, angry team that can will themselves.
It's gonna be real angry over there though.
But just think about it. Remove Harden. Get what you can get from Harden. If you go to Brooklyn and take a boatload, or you bring whatever you come for the 76ers, and you leave Russ with Cousins and PJ, you got a lot of manpower.
That's what I'm saying. Some.
I'm not mad at that.
Up front.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah. But from what I'm seeing right now with the culture that's bringing into it, I give him an F. That's a lot to deal with over there.
My son is giving him an F.
It's not even about basketball at the beginning of the season for them.
Their culture looks like shit. Right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the Celtics, my brother. I want to talk about them real quick. Going out is Gordon Hayward. Going out, Wanamaker, Cantor. Coming in, TTK, Jeff Teague.
Come on now.
My boy Remo is over here sucking his teeth like a Guyanese man sucking his teeth. He gave us a hard sucking of the teeth, but I like TTK. I don't know why you doing that, but I gave him B-. You know why I like the Celtics though, what they did? I think it's addition by subtraction. I like Hayward going out. I like TTK coming in. He's a Kardashian, but I like him coming in because he hustles.
I don't like the way he walks.
But I like the way he hustles, though. On the court. Off the court is another story. On the court, he'll get you some easy buckets. I still feel like they need a rim protector. But I like what he brings to the table. And I feel like addition by subtraction, Gordon Hayward needs to go so my man JT can shine. Top 10 player in the league. Streets was on my neck after I called him a top 10 player in the league. I said what I said. I put it on the set.
Tatum, you talking about?
Tatum. Top 10 player in the league. I put it on the set.
There's no disagreeing about that.
There was a lot of disagreeing with me. They was trying to come at my neck, but top 10, that's on the set.
Facts. I agree with that.
My boy's JT, but you like what the Celtics did? You don't like TTK over there?
What you gave him?
A B-.
I gave him a C.
Yo, you so harsh on it. What the fuck?
I'm harsh as everything today. Right? I like that they actually locked up the future. I like that.
Yeah, they gave him an extension, $195 million.
But I think from where they were for the last 2 years, same spot. A game away from the...
Still winning, though.
But a game away from being conference champions, right? This is 2 years in a row.
With here, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you had the first year experience. You got Kimba. You got to the same plateau. Mm-hmm. The glaring hole in the offense or in the lineup was the center position. Mm-hmm. With the availability of players like a Whiteside, a defensive stopper. As dumb as he is, he doesn't really need the ball. Mm. But hands down, led the NBA in blocks. They didn't get him. You didn't trade for somebody like Kevin Love.
He's not a rim protector, though.
Yeah, but he's so smart and so heady, and these guys like to run.
True.
Best basketball player in the world. He finds the young guys. They didn't give him a shot. Drummond. They didn't give him a shot. It was a lot of names
I wish they would have tried to get Drummond. I like that.
It's some names out there that they could have.
Maybe they couldn't have.
Listen, you let go Cantor to get any one of those guys.
They should have got Miles Turner in the deal with the Gordon Hayward, but they didn't get that done. That was a mistake on that part. That too. Danny Ainge, he's holding on to these assets for too damn long. I don't know. He needs to be evaluated.
He got the whole corner of the monopoly board and nobody landed on the properties.
Yeah, he always got an OD win on a deal.
Yeah, he got to cash in some of those to win.
Cash in.
And that's why, they're there, but like I said again, there's a team on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That you want to do something with.
Watch when we talk about those boys, when I start doing my Eastern Conference previews and the Western Conference previews, because those boys on Flatbush, listen, man. I had a lot more teams that I wanted to get to today, but I don't feel like all of them may need to get through. The Knicks, well, really quick, before I'm going to just run through a couple of teams. Knicks, do you feel like they did the right job with Obi Toppin? How you feel about that pick? Because I liked it. What do you think about that, Reem?
To be honest with you, Claire, I don't really know a lot of the young kids.
Obi Toppin? Yeah, he's from Daytona. He played pretty well.
I think
Amari Stoudemire type.
Yeah, bringing excitement to the Garden or wherever they playing this year, it'll be something new for the Garden.
Yeah.
So, like, for Knicks fans. But they cleared a lot of cap space, and there's a new culture. I like it.
Mm-hmm. So, I think they're getting smarter. That's what I like what the Knicks are doing. So, I like that.
They still got Frank, though.
Oh, my God. They need to get rid of the French baguette. Hornets, really quick. Hayward. LaMelo Ball control over there. Going out as Batum. Listen, I know everyone is killing the Hayward contract, but I'm not that mad at it. It's definitely an overpay, but I'm not mad at it because I feel like they had to do something and they were pretty desperate. And if they didn't draft LaMelo, I feel like they were going to trade for Russ. So because they got LaMelo, they're not trading for Russ now. And I really think that Gordon Hayward is going to play a lot better on the Hornets in Charlotte because he's going to have an increased role. And I think he's going to get about 20 points a night. So I'm not mad at that Charlotte signing. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but I'm excited to see what LaMelo can bring to the table. And if we're going to get a bunch of LeVar sightings, I'm interested to see that, man. I like the effort by Charlotte. I'll say that.
I like what they did. 2 points, 2 quick points.
Mm-hmm.
I believe this is where Montrezl should have went.
I know. Maybe he didn't want to because they were supposed to give him the bag, but I guess he didn't want to go there.
The problem with what Montrezl did is his title
spiteful, I feel like.
as the sixth man, though, he lessened his bag for the future. He might never have
that title.
He might never have that type of season where he garnishes the bag again, especially playing behind
not
AD
playing behind
and LeBron. So
he needed to go to a team where he could be a stat stuffer.
I like what they did over there. But to you new kids, when you hear the word Melo,
please
don't tell me LaMelo. It's Melo.
Open-handed smack.
Let him do something. Let him earn the name at least. That's it.
I don't understand. Like, I know that's Gen Z Twitter right now.
I'm not trying to understand. How about that?
Listen, there's the only in Melo we trust, the only Melo we respect. It's Carmelo.
That's it.
For the OGs. LaMelo, you got to earn your stripes, my brother. But I am very interested to see how he does. We're going to see how he does there. Miami, really quick, I don't feel like they did as good as I wanted them to do. I feel like they need to replace Crowder. They got Avery Bradley, Mo Harkless, which are decent signings for them, but they didn't replace Crowder, so they're going to have a hole at the power forward spot. I don't like that. But we'll see how they're going to do. The Nuggets, losing Jeremy Grant.
Where'd he go?
Don't like that. He went to Detroit.
Jeremy Grant went to
he went to Detroit. So they got Jeremy Grant, Blake Griffin, I forgot a couple of other centers.
A couple of the bigs, right?
Yeah, too many guards. Blake Griffin might be playing shooting guard over there. It's ridiculous.
Miami, I think Miami hasn't done enough in the offseason.
I'm disappointed in
from where they got. I didn't like it. They missed out on CP. They missed out on Melo.
Yeah,
they haven't brought together another player to help.
They rested on their laurels, and I didn't like it.
Yeah,
they got too comfortable.
Wizards.
I'm interested to see what Wall's going to do with Remo. I'm not going to lie. I think Wall's going to ball out this year. People killing me, but I think he's going to ball out this year, brother. I think so.
I think he's going to have a good season, but I don't like what they have over there.
Nobody was a Rose Ball legend?
Listen, lowest of keys, I think Portland should have shot CJ and Zach and maybe Nazir Little or Simons for Beal.
Oh. CJ
and Collins, or CJ, yeah, or maybe, Beal? Yeah.
That's not a bad trade. And throwing a pick in there, they might pick up that phone.
I think they should.
Damn, Beal, Lillard, Melo, Covington, Nurkic.
Jones.
Love to see it.
Jones.
Capo. Yo, my man Derrick Jones, man. Shout out to Derrick Jones, man. That's always been my guys, man. I like Derrick Jones. I don't know why.
Spider-Man.
But yo, Remo, man, this is definitely we had to do a little free agency offseason recap. Did it intrigue your interest in the season coming up?
I'm back. I'm ready.
Okay.
Listen, I just need a little break. That's all I need. Just to let the brain reset. But I'm locked in.
Yeah.
The Woj bombs is going crazy.
They're going crazy.
But I'm eager to see what comes of this.
Yeah.
And
I think we in for a good season.
We have a game every day.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be interesting. And the season's gonna be coming up soon. So family, definitely keep it locked. I'm definitely going to be doing more consistent episodes now since the NBA season ramping up. And we here, man. Make sure you get that merch. Go to richthreads.com. Black Friday sale coming up. 40% off.
40% off.
40.
Friday to Monday, man.
Friday to Monday.
Cyber me.
Cop the merch. Subscribe. Send them reviews. Shout out to the family. Send them voicemails too as well, man. We back in this thing. Hit me out on Twitter. Hit Remo on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. It's episode 137, family. We out.